Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering video. So tonight we're going to be unboxing the Core Set 2019 bundle. So we get 10 boosters in here. If we flip over the back here, we've got a player's guide, aforementioned boosters. This actually forms a card box, 80 card land pack, quick reference card and a spin down life counter. Before we open this up, let's do a quick wristwatch check. So tonight I am wearing a Casio Jura. Okay, so let's open this up. Have a look and see what's inside. As with previous bundle unboxings, I haven't really looked at the spoilers for the set that much. Okay. As always, I'm not going to attempt to open this up. Inside of the actual outer casing for this, you get artwork in there. So what you would normally do is you just I normally slide a knife down here. Actually this is coming off pretty easy. There you go. So there's the artwork inside of the box. Nicol Bolas, the main protagonist of the core set. And that's just so you can see they're just a basic cardboard box there. Very handy for keeping things like dice and other things. So yeah, it's good to see a return of the core set. It's been a little while. So we've got some Elder Dragons in the set. Nicol Bolas, Chromium the Mutable, Vevictus Asmadi the Dire, Palladia Mors the Ruiner, and Arcades the Strategist. Also some Planeswalkers and some Legendaries. And then the top 10 coolest core set 2019 cards. So the only double face card in the set is Nicol Bolas the Ravager, Nicol Bolas the Arisen. And then number 2 we've got Ajani, Adversary of Tyrants, Vivian Reed, Volley Veteran, that's Bone Dragon, Gigantosaurus, Cleansing Nova, Psy Master Thopterist, Crucible of Worlds is in the set, and Spit Flame. And in the back here we have the encyclopedia for the core set. So with 10 packs in this bundle, I expect to basically pull at least one mythic and also at least one foil in here. And I think as before with previous core sets from I think M10 onwards, 50% of the cards are reprints and 50% are new cards. So I'm assuming that's the same for this core set. The other thing I believe is that in the land slot sometimes you'll get a common dual land. So like Wooded Stream or Tranquil Expanse. And also you'll see there's a number of cards at the back of the encyclopedia. So these are ones that you wouldn't pull in booster packs, but you're going to see them in the Planeswalker decks. and then the ones at the very back here, we've got the buy a box promo, and then other cards which are only available in the welcome decks that shops sort of give out to new players. I believe there's been a price spike on Llanowar Elves. So, open this up, get down to the bit we're all here for. So there's our spin down die with our M19 logo there. So first up, let's take a look at this land. Okay, so I'm just going to go through these until we start to see repeat artwork on this. So you can sort of get a feel for the artwork on the basic lands. You can see here we've got artwork that's pulled in from all sorts of sets actually, some of which has been used in core sets before, and now you can start to see we're seeing a bit of repetition here. Okay, so we're not going to go through all of those. So I've got our trusty quick reference guide, which has been nicely slimmed down for the product for quite a while now. Okay, so let's start opening these up. Let's see what we can find. I think these packs are now back to being the usual way around with the commons first. I think with the previous unboxing we did for the two-headed dragon themed set, that was they messed around with the order a bit. Okay, so Lavrax is in the set. Inspired Charge, Anticipate, Epicure of Blood, Titanic Growth, Snapping Drake, Gearsmith Guardian, Druid of the Cowl, Smelt is in the set, Leash's Caress, and moving on to our uncommons, Suspicious Bookcase, Shield Mare, I believe there's a cycle of horses in the set, Vigilant Bailiff, Runic Armor Saw, so 1 and 2 green for a creature dinosaur. So 2/5, whenever an opponent activates an ability of a creature or land that isn't a mana ability, you may draw a card. And a forest and an elf warrior token. So although I don't tend to go through the spoilers, one thing I do, which is quite useful, is I'll take a quick look at the MTG wiki, and that way I can, it sometimes flags up some interesting cycles of cards. Rustwing Falcon, Talarian Scholar, Act of Treason, Oaken Form, Doom Dissenter, Ghost Form, Angel of the Dawn, Aviation Pioneer, Gearsmith Guardian, Havoc Devils, Fiery Finish. So moving on to our uncommons. Novice Knight, Volcanic Dragon, and our rare is Ajani's Last Stand. 2 and 2 white, enchantment. Whenever a creature or planeswalker you control dies, you may sacrifice Ajani's Last Stand. If you do, create a 4/4 white avatar creature token with flying. When a spell or ability an opponent control causes you to discard this card, if you control a planes, create a 4/4 white avatar creature token with flying. And in our land slot, we do have a common dual land, Tranquil Expanse, taps for green or white, and we have a Thopter token. So the other thing to keep an eye open is various namesake spells. So that's spells that have planeswalker names in their title that are part of this particular set. So first common in this pack, Dwarven Priest. Got Cancel in the set, Hostile Minotaur, Mind Rot is in the set, Daggerback Basilisk, Leash's Caress, we've seen that before. Manolith is also in the set. Take Vengeance, Ghost Form, Electrify, and our uncommons we have Reclamation Sage, Sleep is in here, Aerial Engineer. So I'll take a quick look at this, because the other thing you'll see in these sets are sets that are useful indicators for draft strategies. So you'll often find in a set like this, it comes up in other Magic sets as well more recently. So for 2 colour combinations and uncommon, they'll often have an indicator card, particularly useful if you're sort of new to drafting and you're drafting a set for the first time. Gives you an idea of, if you play white blue, what particular strategy you might want to go for. So this is a creature human artificer. As long as you control an artifact, Aerial Engineer gets +2/+0 and has flying, and it's a 2/4, and it's 2 white blue to cast. And our rare is Fraying Omnipotence. 3 2 black sorcery. Each player loses half their life, then discards half the cards in their hand, and sacrifice half the creatures they control. Round up each time. And our dual land that takes the place of our normal basic land here is Forsaken Sanctuary, and we have a Goblin token. So I think the last time that they did something like that, where they, in fact in one set they completely, I think, swapped out every single basic land with a dual land, and that was in the Return to Ravnica block, I think, in the last set of the block, if I'm right on that one, which would have, I think, been Dragon's Maze. So our next pack, our next common, Dwindle, Sure Strike, Mighty Leap, Rock's Oracle, Child of Night is in the set, Strangling Spores, Crash Through, Colossal Dreadmaw, Marauder's Axe, Vine Mare, so there's another one of these horses, Cycle of Horses, in green this one. This one has hexproof on it. So we're moving on to our uncommons. So our green-white draft indicator is Satyr Enchanter, 1 green-white, it's a 2/2 creature Satyr Druid. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, draw a card. Knightly Valor, and our rare, excellent, we have a legendary creature. Always pleased when I see legendaries in the rare slot. Lathlis Dragon Queen, 4/2 red legendary creature dragon with flying. Whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. 1 and a red dragons you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. got a foil as well in here, Infectious Horror, 3 and a black for a 2/2. It's a common. Whenever an Infectious Horror attacks, each opponent loses 2 life. And in our land slot we have the common dual land Cinder Barons, which comes into play tapped and then tapped for black or red. And we have a zombie token. Okay, Frilled Sea Serpent. Trumpet Blast is in here. Trusty Pack Beast. Omen Speaker. Duress. Giant Spider. Another Marauder's Axe. Shock. A Totally Lost. Centaur Courser. Skilled Animator, so we're moving on to our uncommons. Inferno Helion. Ajani's Pride Mate is in here. And in our rare slot we have Amulet of Safekeeping. So 2 to cast, it's an artifact. Whenever you become the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 1. Creature tokens get -1, -0. A mountain and a cat token. So in addition to getting hold of the bundle, I also obtained a toolkit because I was interested in how these, I believe they've slightly changed the toolkit, so I'm going to be unboxing that probably at the weekend. So something to look forward to, get a feel for what's now in the toolkit. So going back to the boosters for the core set bundle, we have Tormenting Voice, Dwarven Priest, Cancel, Giant Spider, Epicure of Blood, Gallant Cavalry, Skeleton Archer, Wall of Mist, Take Vengeance, Root Snare, and our uncommons are Nightmare's Thirst. So here's the blue cycle of horse, or the blue horse from the cycle of horses. Surge Mare, Creature Horse Fish, Digraph Ghoul is in here at uncommon. Gigantosaurus is our rare. So 5 green to cast, and it's a 10/10. It's a 10/10. And a swamp, so we've got a regular basic land in our land slot and a zombie. Okay, Scholar of Stars. Tormenting Voices in here. Oriscos, Swift Claw, I think that is. Macabre Waltz. Talons of Wildwood. Rabid Bite. Sovereign's Bite. I wonder if we have a cycle of bites maybe. I don't remember seeing anything, but that's possible. Havoc Devils. Thorn-Wide Wolves. You'll notice the other thing in a core set, you often see a lot more vanilla creatures. Gallant Cavalry, Blanchwood Armour. Oh, we have our red mare here, Lightning Mare, so uncommon. Exclusion Mage and another legendary. So Lena Selfless Champion, 4 and 2 white legendary creature, human knight. It's a 3/3. When Lena Selfless Champion enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token for each non-token creature you control. Sacrifice Lena Creatures you control with power less than Lena's power gain indestructible until end of turn. And we have an island and a dragon token. So we've got 3 packs left. Okay, Sure Strike, Mighty Leap, Omen Speaker, Greenwood Sentinel, Hired Blade, we have a Smelt, Leash's Caress, Gallant Cavalry, Sky Scanner, Salvager of Secrets. Okay, Millstone is in the set, so we're moving on to our commons. Shield Mare, our white horse. Dryad Greenseeker. And our rare is Patient Rebuilding, 3 2 blue enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. Then you draw a card for each land card put into that graveyard this way. And a plains and a night token. So 2 packs to go. Catalyst Elemental, Rustwing Falcon, Disperse, Bristling Boar, Bog Stomper, Aviation Pioneer, Gearsmith Guardian, Havoc Devils, Invoke the Divine, Skeleton Archer, Bone to Ash. So moving on to our uncommons. Brawl Bash Ogre. Murder is in the set, uncommon. And our rare slot. So here's our mythic. And we have a Planeswalker. So Vivian Reed. 3 and 2 green, legendary Planeswalker Vivian. It's a 5 loyalty Planeswalker. So its +1 is look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. The -3 is destroy target artifact, enchantment or creature with flying. And the -8 is you get an emblem with creatures you control, get +2 and have vigilance, trample and indestructible. We have a forest and an ox token. And our final pack. So we have our mythic. Let's see what we get in this. We have Act of Treason, Daybreak Chaplain, Scholar of Stars, Daggerback Basilisk, another Duress, Explosive Apparatus is in the set, Luminous Bonds, Sky March Bloodletter, Wall of Vines we also have in the set, Inferno Helion, so we're coming on to uncommons here. Oh, Gravedigger's in here. And we have an Enigma Drake, so another one of these draft indicators. This is the blue-red one. Creature Drake flying. Enigma Drake power is equal to the number of instants and sorcery cards in your graveyard, and it's a *4. And our rare, we have another legendary creature. So I think that's our 3rd legendary if you exclude the Planeswalker. So 1 and 2 black. Izareth the Awakener, Legendary creature, human wizard with death touch. It's a 3/3. Whenever Izareth the Awakener attacks, you may pay X. When you do, return target creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield with a corpse counter on it. If that creature would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. And as I thought, because I thought we got to the uncommons pretty quick, we have a foil here. So this is Pegasus Courser, 2 and a white creature Pegasus with flying. Whenever Pegasus Courser attacks, another target attacking creature gains flying until end of turn. Let's just have a look at the foil on that. And don't worry, we didn't pull a nickel bolus there. This is actually so because there's a single double-faced card in the set, there is one single double-faced, well, I can't really call it a checklist because there's only one. There is a single card that would represent that the checklist. So as it says, use this card to represent a double-faced nickel bolus card in your library or hand. So close, but not close enough. And we have a soldier. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Interesting cards there. We got a nice set of I think 3 regular legendaries, and of course the mythic planeswalker there, Vivian Reed. And there we have it. That was the 2019 core set bundle. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.